Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a really cool and powerful tool called Dehancer. Now the shots that you just saw were exclusively corrected and color graded with Dehancer. And if this is the first time that you've heard about Dehancer, let me give you a brief synopsis. So basically the creators of Dehancer went out and scientifically broke down how different film stocks like Kodak and Fujifilm rendered color and contrast and exposure, and then made an emulation tool that then applies that film look to your digital footage, making your footage look like it was shot on film. They also added in tools such as halation and film grain and bloom to even more add to that film effect that you would get if you were shooting on film. And what's cool about this plugin is it works for a wide variety of editing suites, such as Final Cut and Premiere and DaVinci, and also works for some photo editing softwares as well. But my question was, yes, I may have footage and projects that I want to look old and look like they were shot on film, but I also have a lot of other projects for clients or other projects that I may not want to totally look like they were shot on film, but still utilize a lot of the tools that Dehancer offers so that I can use Dehancer for all of my work. So that's the purpose of this video. Firstly, to see, how Dehancer works and to show you how it can emulate film and put it onto your digital footage, but also to see if Dehancer works for all of the projects that we work on, whether that be client-based or documentary, feature, or anything in between. So if the footage does look really good in the end and we can use Dehancer for a wide variety of projects, I'll highly be able to recommend this plugin. And if you like the results and you'd like to purchase Dehancer, maybe for a monthly or yearly subscription, I do have a discount code for you that gives you 10% off of Dehancer if you use the code word crosswork. The link for that is down below, and it is affiliate, so if you do make a purchase, I do also get a small commission, so it is kind of a win-win. But before we get started, I do want to say that Dehancer gave me access to their plugin to review and to take a look for myself and to show you what it can do, but I do get to give my honest opinion. And also, this won't be a tutorial video. This is purely to just showcase what Dehancer can do and what it's capable of. I will be creating a tutorial later on, or if I have already, the link is down below. Alrighty, so here we are in Final Cut Pro, and I have a few examples of footage here. That way we can see, how Dehancer looks on all of them. And now this first shot here only has Dehancer applied. If I collapse this and show you that that's the only box that's checked, and you can see it gives a really nice look to it. And now there are a ton of various film stocks that we could use as an example. And as you see, the colors pop differently. The contrast changes, the blacks and the whites, are differently exposed. And then, once you have honed in the look that you like, then you can go through and change a lot of other settings. And then some of these other examples are same place, same kind of location, but I have a color wheel applied as well, which was to just add some general contrast. So I have a LUT here applied, just a Sony Rec 709 LUT. And then I added the color wheels to add the contrast the way I wanted it, and then adding Dehancer. But what if we wanted to use this for a wedding, but maybe, add a medium amount of film stock look but also keep it looking somewhat natural. And that's what these are. These, I have some other unselected color wheels here that aren't being used, and there is no LUT applied. So this is purely Dehancer working on this shot. I have my camera settings plugged in here. I have a Fujicolor Pro 400H film stock, and it looks pretty natural, and I continue to use that for other shots. And in this particular example, we have a shot here that has no Dehancer applied, but then when we change it to one that is using Dehancer, you can see that the color separation, especially on her dress, looks, it pops more, which is really nice. And I stylized this one quite a bit more, because you can see the halation in her veil and kind of the overall bloom that I added as well. And, you know, as I said, you can get really creative and more stylized with the Super 8 effect on. It's not Super 8, it's the overscan, which adds the bars on the side here. But you can see that it all of a sudden looks a lot more timeless and vintage. But let's also see, you know, can this be used for maybe a commercial piece? I have a cooking video that I did here. I can make it look stylized. I could unclick this more natural one and add a more stylized version, which has the halation and the film grain and all of that. And, you know, this could be fun too. But it's really nice to know that we can use Dehancer and make things look just natural as well, and then, you know, change it from there. But what if you wanted to use this for a documentary without making the documentary look like it was shot on film? These are some examples, and I feel like all of these look like they were color graded and finalized, and not stylized much at all, but they are all actually using Dehancer purely for you know, everything. And it is playing smoothly on my machine, but that's because I've pre-rendered it. Dehancer is pretty taxing on your computer, so I would recommend, if you're going to be viewing your footage, either have a strong computer or re-render it, or do some other things in your software that make it, you know, run faster. And this interview too, I have just Dehancer applied, and it looks very natural, and it's not stylized at all, but it's really nice to know that we can use this for the whole plethora of work, and not be able to only use it for a niche set of use cases. And it is really easy for me to say, you know, as someone who's been given the plugin, oh yeah, I definitely highly recommend this, because I definitely think I will be using it in the future on various projects. But I have liked it enough to where I am using it on other projects that I am delivering to clients and posting online and all of that. So I can definitely recommend it, not only as someone who has used it and likes it, but as someone who is actually using it in their line of work. And another cool thing is that Dehancer actually has an iOS option. So you can edit your videos or your photos on your phone or on your iPad. And the layout is a little bit different, but it's actually really intuitive and easy to use. Again, this is just a video showcasing the basic use of Dehancer and what it can do, but I do plan on making, or already have made, a tutorial on how to use Dehancer within Final Cut Pro, as well as more videos on kind of the little niche things about the plugin, what I think could be improved, what I do like, what I don't like, using it on specific projects, and also giving a little bit more information on why I think this software or this plugin is worth the money. But that's all for today. If you did like this video, please subscribe and like the video. It does help me out. And again, like I said, the link for Dehancer is down below if you would like to take a look at it. So that's it, and I'll see you in the next one.